Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Najwa Putri, and here I will give conclusion of the basic reading material. In the session 14, context clues. Context clues are words that help us understand meaning of a known word and clues in the text. There are four commands in the context clues are synonym, antonym, example, explanation, and definition. Referring expression is an expression or body language used that refer to the context and the previous conversation or paragraph. For the example, referring expression is a lion, the referring physical object, and refers to all those large, strong, and flesh-eating an animal. Signal words are transitional words and phrases that relate to ideas, sentence, and paragraph. They are useful for aiding in the logical flow of idea and signaling connection between sentence and paragraph. And the function of the signal word are to signal addition of ideas, to signal time, to signal order or sequence, to signify space and place, to signal an example, and to show result, making prediction, using information from the story, using what we already know, putting information together, and asking yourself if the prediction makes sense. For the example, the weather forecast in the foreign. So, best sentence tell what happened next is Winston will take an umbrella. And determinant of whether you read fiction or non-fiction. There's preview the part of the book, the cover, the title, the enable of content, the chapter title, the subtitle, and the picture, illusion, photograph, cards, maps, and the caption. And the last, summary is a next shorting technique that focus only on the essential of the original statement, such as giving the main point. In session 5, Implicit main idea. Implicit main idea only suggestion not clearly stated in one sentence. To find out implicit main idea, we have to look at supporting details. To determine the main idea, we should ask the same three questions we used to find the main idea. Who or what discussed in this paragraph? What is the main point the author wants to make about the topic? And when we think we know the main idea, we can test it by asking, does all or most of the material in this paragraph supporting idea? The implicit main idea is only suggestion, is not clearly stated in one sentence. To find out the implicit main idea, we have to look at supporting two details. Find out the main idea implied in the paragraph. Finding out the main idea implied in the paragraph. To find implicit main idea, it often helps if you determine the topic first. Do this by asking yourself who or what is being told in the passage. Once you've found the topic, ask yourself what is the author main point about the topic. In reference is reading between the lines, is an educated guess about the text. In reference is not directly stated in the text you are reading. In reference are often referred to as what you read between the lines. The meaning is literally found between your tears. The conclusion is what the author implies or suggests. When we read our inner voice, making guess, finding connection point, asking question, making prediction, and personalizing the reading. The guidelines for making a reference in reading. First, never lose sight of the information available. As much as possible based your in reference on the fact. For the example in the paragraph about Watson experiment, we are told Albert tried to pet a mouse. Based on the fact, we can easily infer that we at the baby was not afraid of mice. Second, use your background information and experience to assist your in making your experience. And last, consider the alternative. Don't just accept the first conclusion that comes to mind. Instead, consider all the facts of the case and possible explanation. In reference graphs and tables, other picture need and reference are graph and table, but combine word with visual representation like author, textbooks, and provisional and newspaper article. And now, review session 7. Why reading important? Because active reading promotes comprehension, improves concentration, and increases the retention. And what effective reading? When reading a novel, we'll read the book from cover to cover, but academic reading can be more selective process. Why paragraph pattern important? Because improving your reading is to learn to read paragraph effective. Many experts believe that paragraph, not sentence, are basic top unit of the passage. Function of learning paragraph pattern, anticipating the order in which the material will be presented will be help you put the fact into perspective and see how the part fit into the whole. Type paragraph pattern, cause and effect, description, definition, logic chronological, order or sequence, comparison and contrast, simple listing, and item or list random in series of supporting facts of detail. Description. Description is explain abstract idea by giving clear, specific, and concrete example. The concept is initially defined and further expanded with example and restatement, making word defined as revert to means reverse to, describe as term or concept. In sequence or logical time order, items are listed in the order in which they occur or in a specially planned. The marker word in sequence or logical time order and first, second, third unit, and finally before, after, next, when, and then. The main idea is the main point or most important idea that the writer wants to convey the readers. Often the readers can find the main idea just by looking at the title. The include main idea is only suggestion, not clearly stated in the one sentence. To find implicit main idea, we have to look at supporting details. To determine main idea, we should ask the same three questions that we have used to find the main idea. Who or what in this discuss the paragraph? What the main point the authors want to make about the topic? And does almost the material in this paragraph support in this idea? Okay, in session 8, there are context clues that have previously been explained in session 14. So, and now, fourth common type of context clues, they are synonym. Synonym means a word that has a similar meaning to another word. For the example, happy is synonym joyful. Antonym means a word that has a upside meaning to another word. Antonym context clues are little more complicated. You have a look for sentence show opposite meaning, like hot and cold. Definition is a common type of clue, especially in social studies, and signs. The meaning of vocabulary word in the sentence itself is often follow an another word. For the example, ratify is proof. Example. This type of content clues example to help explain the meaning of unknown word. For the example, nutrition food such as fruit and vegetable help our body grow. Nutrition is a healthy explanation. This type of context clues use an explanation of description or the situation's experience help to infer the meaning of unfamiliar word. For the example, shock is surprise and tips. Sometimes the context clues are not clear. You need to use your background knowledge and word used to infer or draw conclusion. In Session 10, there are signal words that have previously has been explained in Session 14 too. And now to signal additional of idea, also, and, beside, further, furthermore, to, moreover, and in additional, than, of, equal importance, equally important, and another. For the example, she is smart and pretty. Signal time, salah. Pause. And next signal time is next, afterward, finally, later, last, lastly, at last, no, then, when, soon, after a short time, and next week, minute, in the meantime, meanwhile, and on the following day. For the example, after having dishes, she'll leave. In session 9, referring expression. Any expression or part of language used in the utterance to refer to something or someone outside in the language. And reference, someone or something referent to by linguistic expression or the or other symbol. And simple. For the example, John hit me. The speaker has specific person in mind. John is referring expression. There is now John is at this address. The speaker does not have a specific person to mind. Just is not referring expression. And explanation saw the relationship between language expression and things outside it word is called reference. Next, signal order or sequence is first, second, and order. Finally, next, then, from here on, to begin with, last of all, after, before, as soon as, in the end, and gradually. For the example, first crack the egg. In signify place and space, above, behind, below, beyond, here, there, to right, left, nearby, upside, on the other side, in the background, directly ahead, along the wall, as you turn right, and the tip, across the hall, and this point. For the example, the cat is under the table. And signal for the example. For the example, illustrate for intents to be specific, such as just as important and same way. For the example, to be specific, it's like a lizard. And last, to show result. As a result, so according a sequence, since, therefore, for this reason, and because of this. For the example, Since she is bright, she has dressed beautifully. In session 11, last thing about might happen is called making prediction. When you make prediction, you are like detective. Use clues in the story to help predict. First, making prediction. Use information from the story. Use what you already know. Put the information together and ask yourself if your prediction makes sense. Okay, thank you everybody and see you next time.